We are live. Welcome, guys, back to the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and we're joining somebody new today. We got Occupancy joining us for today's slate. We got a decent chunk of NHL today. I think what was it, 12 games today? All right. Yep. And then we get we get a solid, I think, 9 or 10 MLB games. So solid slate there. No NBA just because we have two playing games tomorrow night, and then we're good from there. And then playoffs start on Saturday, so that should always be a lot of fun. But before we jump into today's slate, we'll go look back at what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong. And for whatever reason, it continues to be a little bit of a bumpy ride in the MLB to start it off. The early slate was not good. I had the under in the Mets game. The Mets hit the over by themselves. I had the over in the Dodger game. Clayton Kershaw throws 7 perfect innings, and Minnesota ends up putting nothing. The Dodgers tried their best. They put up 7 runs, including back-to-back home runs in that 7th inning or 8th inning. 8th inning. One of the two. But no cigar. Couldn't get the over there. And then the last play was the Chicago Cubs, which I had Kyle Hendricks, their ace on the mound, and they lose 6-2. So not good there. But once we got to the later slate, minus the Charlotte Hornets plus 5.5, that ended up losing by like 30. I had the Toronto Blue Jays, so that worked out. They won 6-4 over the Yankees, and I had the Pelicans, which was a little bit of sweat because they were up like 30 points in the third quarter, and they end up getting as close as 6 points in the fourth. And then they end up pulling away, and they end up winning by 10 points. So, nice win for the Pelicans there. They'll be facing the Clippers on Friday. So we'll see what happens there. But end up being a 2 and 4 day for me. Hopefully we can turn around. I got 5 MLB plays, and we'll see what goes on. But Occupancy, how's the MLB been treating you? How's the NHL been treating you? How have you been doing? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Tim. Appreciate it. The MLB has been good. Yesterday, not so much, but the day before we were positive. Wrote a little bit of the Guardians magic in the beginning of the year, which has been nice and fun to watch. Yesterday, kind of rocky. I had the Mets first 5 team total over, so that kind of helped it be a little bit better of a day. But I had the right side for San Francisco, but I had team total over 3. It was a low scoring game, didn't quite get there. Tampa Bay had over team total over 4, didn't get there. And then I chased a little bit at the end of the night with Tampa Bay plus 2.5 actually hit, but I took a Yankees plus 1.5, which didn't. So ends up being like minus half a unit, which for the beginning of the season it is what it is. And hockey's my favorite sport here to watch, bet, play. And yesterday was about an even day. I had the Rangers, but I also had the over 6 parlayed, so that missed. But then we hit two score and win in reg props for the Line A and the Blue Jackets, and then McKinnon and the Avs. So that actually was a nice profit there. Played last night actually pretty light comparatively. We got a huge card today, so saving a couple of those units for the bigger slate, and excited to be on the show and talk some sports.
Yeah, I saw the score of that Avalanche last night. That one would have been a little bit of a sweat for any money line people. Jeez, what was it? 9-2.
Yeah, I think it finished 9-3. I think. Yeah.
I saw it at 7-2. So, and I don't pay attention to hockey, so I knew that Nick's 9-3. I knew that Nick's bet, which the only one up on the site that he put up was the Rangers puck line, so I knew that one hit. So that one's the only game we really had notifications on for, because whatever reason, Nick loves to go and just, because me and Nick have the same ESPN account, because we have the ESPN Plus, and we're able to watch certain games and stuff, especially during college basketball. So today, guaranteed, there's 12 games. He'll have 11 of them have notifications on, so I know whenever anybody scores.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You're up to
hey, you
date.
learn the names. You learn the names.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just find that funny. Yeah, the only game that they counted on last night was the Rangers. So I saw 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 final. So, but definitely a fun time. I am starting to learn the teams, and maybe next year I might actually start capping it if I have bankroll for it. But
Yeah.
if I'm making hand over fist in NBA, I'm not going to try to go crazy in NHL. So,
Makes sense. Yeah.
we'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll go and get into some baseball. Tiffany says, "Good morning, everyone. Hit the like button. Of course, hit the like button." We get Dre coming in here saying, "Sup." All right. And then we're gonna skip Nick for a minute so that we can go from sup to supness. Sup, Lex. Welcome. And then Nick says to slam the Kings money line on Saturday. Yeah, after that loss, I would definitely want to do that, especially because the Kings are a good team. They're in they're in the 3 spot right now in that in one of their divisions. So they're a good team, and the fact that we'll see. Tim and Fake Denali. I don't understand that. Fake Denali. Denalo. Alex, I don't know how many drinks you're in already at 10:30 in the morning, but are you able to explain what the fake Delano means? Thank you. Kings money line, great value. I mean, yeah. I mean, next time when they after they got whooped, 100%. Thanks for your picks, of course. I mean, they didn't do all that well. Jake Denali, I don't know who that is. Did your best bet win? No, we had the under in the Mets game. We saw Nola and Scherzer. We saw how the two teams have been playing, and we thought that was going to be like a 3-1 type game, not 8-6. So, teams in playoff spots are 44 and 26, following the loss of 4+ this season. This also applies to the Oilers. Oilers today. There you go. Take Vegas Golden Knights on the money line. Prince of Persia. Okay, cool. There you go. That was close. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't even close. Let's go ahead and jump into some baseball. We'll start off. This is the early game at 1:00. The Oakland Athletics look for the series win versus the Tampa Bay Rays. They've already taken 2 out of the 3 from them. Rays are minus 205. Total of 8. You get Cole Irving and Josh Fleming. I'll start this one out. I like the over. I think you're going to get some runs in this game. After yesterday, I could see Tampa Bay coming out and just wanting to score. Score early and often. I think that they could probably get 6 to 7 by themselves. As long as we can get 2 to 3 from Oakland, I think we get this one to go over, which we've seen Oakland be able to hit against Tampa Bay a little bit. So that's kind of good to see. And this Oakland team's not just going to run this course this season. They might actually win some games. A little bit of surprise that they're actually even 500 at this point. But I think there's going to be runs in this game. I think you're going to get a 6-3, 6-4 type game again. And this one will go over the total. So starting off the slate with the over 8. Thoughts on this one, Occupancy?
Yeah, I was really excited to fade the A's early and often this year. It hasn't worked out that well to start, but just looking at the roster changes from this year to last, I just didn't know if they had chemistry or anything coming in. But they have been, their bats have been on, and Tampa's haven't really woken up. I don't think yet, but I think they could, and today might be a good day for it. So I'm going to go with the Rays on the run line. -1.5, -105 right now. I think it's just a good bounce back spot for them. And they actually had runners on at the end of the game last night. They just couldn't bring them in. So yeah, just roll with that for this game.
Yeah, I don't mind that angle. I feel like Tampa Bay's kind of had an easy schedule to start off. They got Baltimore, and now they get Oakland. And I'm surprised that they've lost 2 games in those series. They lost. They didn't lose any. Sorry, they didn't lose any to Baltimore. That was a good series for them. But losing 2 to Oakland is a little bit concerning. But hey, it happens. And if you're gonna bet dogs, April is the perfect time to bet dogs because you never know what's gonna happen. So, cool with that. Oh, we got a bunch of chat. Prince of Persian, Nightcrawler, bro. You're butchering the name. You're reading the name too fast.
I think he means Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And apparently I butchered the name. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kaepernick. Yes. We got it. Bounce back day. Yes, it is. Man, y'all steer me away from Kershaw strikeout prop. Hey, I did not expect him to throw 7 perfect innings. I'll take the blame on that one. I'm sorry. But don't let us talk you off of anything. If you like something and you're about to go put money on it, don't let me or one of me or Nick's knuckleheads talk you off of it. I mean, at the end of the day, if you like it enough, go and bet it. Because we don't bet props like that. Oakland is going to play Moneyball. They may not be as bad as we thought. No, we'll see. We'll see. Team total over at the race. Yeah. I like the over in general. We'll go ahead and move on to this matchup, which I like this matchup. I didn't get to anything in this one, but we get the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago White Sox. This one's essentially a pick 'em. A total of 9 in this game. You get Logan Gilbert going for Seattle. You get Jimmy Lambert going for the White Sox. I'll let you start off this one. What are you thinking with this game?
Yeah, I'm just going back to see these 2 teams played yesterday. Kukla got the win. Ray got the loss. Hendricks got the save. Mariners were a wagon last year. Everyone knows that. I think we all expected them to regress a little bit. A couple disappointing losses to Minnesota. Actually, I was on the Mariners earlier in the week. They seemed like, this score kind of says it all, 6-4. I feel like they've been hanging around, like not playing terrible, but not coming out with the wins. I'm just looking at the lines. I mean, we're at a pick 'em, like you said. I didn't get to anything in this game quite yet. For an official play or anything. So nothing yet for me, but it's still an interesting game. And I think, I want to hear your take on it and kind of, see if the lines move or anything. But right now, flat. But should be a good game.
Yeah. Well, we've seen Chicago take the first 2 games of this series, and Nick's already saying, well, they're going for the sweep. Let's go for it. I would lean a little bit towards Seattle. I'm high on Logan Gilbert. He had a good year last year. I think he's going to have a solid year this year. He already had a good first start. And the pitching's not been the problem for this Mariners team. Not even close. But it's the offense. It's the offense on the Seattle that has been doing pretty much close to nothing. They actually got 4 runs yesterday, which is good. So now in the first 6 games, they've scored 16 runs instead of the 12 and 15. So a little bit better. But Logan Gilbert, he had a good year last year. I know it may not seem with the numbers. He had a 4.68 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP last year. 62 earned runs and 119 in a third innings. He was one of the more consistent pitchers, and I believe he was number 3 on the list for the most profitable pitchers in MLB last year. So I like to ride with Logan Gilbert. The one thing I'm not going to do in this game, I'm not betting this game. I would lean Seattle, but I'm not going to go. And everybody knows how high I am on Seattle. We did a features kind of thing, and I mentioned how I like their team win total. I like them to win the division. I have a pennant ticket. I have a World Series ticket. I think that this team is definitely a good team. I'm just waiting for their offense to go and back me up. Once they can start scoring, once I consistently start seeing 4, 5, 6 runs a game from this team, they're going to start winning some games, and that's when I'll start backing them. But for right now, it would be a lean towards Seattle, but not enough for me to want to go and put my money on. So there you go. Sorry, Tim. Tried to talk you on the Hawks. Hey, it happens. I'm 3-1 now in MLB playing, NBA plans. So, and I'm already looking towards the Hawks and Pelicans for the next 2 games. White Sox, yes. It'd probably. I mean, that one can go either way. Royals own Tigers, but Tigers first 5. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good game. Yeah, we already know that. That one tried to warn Nick on Cole. LOL. Hey, I was trying to warn him that freaking the Yankees are a strikeout team and they're going up against a strikeout pitcher. That's not a good formula, but it happens. Lambert has a high ERA. I mean, he has a 0.00 so far this year. Oh, sorry, he only pitched in the minors. Never mind. Last year he had a 6.38 23 ERA with a 1.69 WHIP. So yeah, he's not a great pitcher, so I understand that. For example, if you want to bet against the Sabres, don't let Tim talk you out of it. Hold on. The last time you were on the show, the Sabres went and whooped on the Maple Leafs. I do not want to hear it. No, I'm kidding. I like the Cardinals and the Nationals to win. We'll get into the Cardinals game in a minute. Oh, those are the next 2 games. So those will be the next 2 games we talk about. Kaepernick. Yeah, yes, Kaepernick is Dre. Always great to talk these games out with the Earls. Yes. Lean under in the Mariners game. Yes, why not? Yes, he's Dre. Kaepernick, yes. White Sox, too many injuries. Did they actually have a bunch of injuries? I really haven't been paying attention to that. I'll have to look more into that, but I didn't touch that game. Yankees screwed me on a 3-game parlay. Yankees are trash. Isn't Tigers the most profitable first 5 PP team? Since they're always dogs and win or tie first 5. They haven't been good first 5 this year. That's for sure. But well, it's still early. Sabres have been great underdogs. Yes, they have. Speaking of, I think this is going to be a good matchup today. I think this is going to be a fun one to watch. We get the St. Louis Cardinals. They're in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. Brewers are 135 favorites, total of 8. You get Adam Wainwright taking on Brandon Woodruff. This is the Milwaukee Brewers home opener. And as bad as the Brewers have looked, it would be a lean towards Milwaukee. I like Woodruff more than I like Wainwright. And the main reason why I'm not touching this game is I wanted to bet the Brewers, but I do not trust their offense. The offense on the Cardinals is a lot stronger, but I do think the Brewers have the pitching advantage. I could easily see this one being a 3-2 type of game and go under. But I could also see this one be a 9-7 back and forth game where both starting pitchers get blown up and it ends up getting deep into the game that way. So this one had a lot of just like mixed results of what I think could happen, to the point where I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. I think that the Brewers end up winning, but I'm not laying minus 135 on the Brewers, especially against the Cardinals. And the run line, I believe, is somewhere plus money, but can we really trust the Brewers at it's a plus 146. Can we trust the Brewers to win by 2 runs against the Cardinals? I don't know if I can trust that offense enough. So pass on this game, but it will be a fun game to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, I got burned last night on the Brewers. I took a shot with Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
You know, they didn't look terrible, but they ended up just playing Orioles ball and blew it in the 9th, and that's kind of where the Brewers picked it up. And I was looking again to fade the Brewers in the beginning of the season, and it didn't work last night. But I might go back to the well on it tonight, but just on a different angle because, like you said, I mean, this is the Brewers home opener, and sometimes just with that as like a situation, we can see teams come out maybe stronger than the stats say they will. So I don't really want to take St. Louis for the full game, but I think it could be worth a shot to get their team total over 3.5. Even money for 3.5 or -135 for 3. I think I'll end up getting to the window with that. And yeah, I mean this hopefully should be a good game.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pitching matchup. That I like, and as a baseball fan, I like pitching more than I like offense. So
Mm-hmm,
it's
mm-hmm.
always fun to watch a good pitcher's duel. First 5 puck line. Interesting. I don't know how they're gonna. No, I'm kidding. I know he's mixing up. When people say run line and puck line for the opposite sports, I know what you guys are talking about. I can figure that one out. So yeah, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. I'm back and forth on this one, but can only lean the Cards because the bats have been shit for the Brewers. That's the main thing is I don't trust the Brewers offense to get any runs against Adam Wainwright. So that's fair. Woodruff bounce back spot, and the Brewers struggle on offense. First 5 under 4.5. I could see it. I could see it. I could also see one of these pitchers getting blown up, and we end up having a 5-2 type game in the 3rd inning. So, with these guys, it can go either way. I mean, we saw Brandon Woodruff back. We saw Corbin Burns bounce back, but we could also see Woodruff bounce back. So we'll see. It's still early in the season, so tread lightly. Agree. Under. Yes, it would be the under. Cardinals alternative run line plus 2.5. Man, you got to be playing some big juice on that one. I don't know if I like that. First 5 does seem safer. Don't want to get involved in bullpens. That's fair. That's fair. Do not fight against the numbers. If you think the Brewers win, then you like the over for sure. That's not what I think at all. I think if the Cardinals win, it goes way over. I think if the Brewers win, they're scoring 3 runs. So, no, I don't think if the Brewers win, it goes over. Graded Cards can take game over myself. Granted, Cards can take over. Yes, they could. Exactly. That's why I'm not interested. Over 8. Oh, if you think over 8, then you're thinking St. Louis is winning this game. I think the starting pitchers are too good. First 5 under. We say that, but these pitchers can still get blown up. So we'll see. Cardinals money line. And I'm not going to talk you off of it. Cardinals have looked good. Brewers have not, so I'm not talking you off of that game. We get to go from that game to this one. We get the Washington Nationals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. How great is this game? The Pittsburgh Pirates are favorited. -125 favorites. Total of 9. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Stop it. Get some help.
That being said, I like something in this game, but I'll let you go first with this one. Nationals, Pirates, bum fight. What are you looking for?
Well, yesterday I bet against the Nationals. It did not work out. We ran into was it Gray on the mound. He looked sharp. He was just pitching really well. He didn't really not a lot of opportunities on him, and his defense backed him up really well. So the Nationals, and like in hockey, sometimes the team will play up for like the backup goalie or something like that. And I don't know if the Nationals do that for Gray. They're kind of like saying his story on the radio broadcast, and it seems like he kind of, one of those like guys who came up through the weeds and stuff. And great to see him on the mound. And I'm actually going to be looking to bet the Nationals next time he's on, just at an angle for that. But for this game, as the Pittsburgh Pirates, if they're involved, I just don't really know how to bet them right now. So it's a pass. It's a dog or pass for me situation, I think.
All right, you can see dog or pass. I'll just see runs, and more runs. I'm going over. Because with these two teams, I'm not high on either one of these pitchers. And I've talked about JT Brubaker plenty of times. If you guys were here last year during baseball season, everybody loved JT Brubaker for whatever reason, and he sucked. That was the only game those are the only games for the Pirates that were reasonably priced, and you always bet against the Pirates because JT Brubaker was one of the worst pitchers in baseball in terms of profit. I think he was second to last, and I believe the only person that was lower than him was Luis Castillo. If that puts anything into perspective, I'm trying to pull up last year's numbers just to give you guys an idea of how bad JT Brubaker was. But while that's moving up, I think you're gonna get some runs. I think you're gonna see a lot of runs in this game. We've seen these teams play well. Let's see. JT Brubaker 6-18 last year when Pittsburgh was when they pitched. You were down 11 units if you bet him every single day. The only player that was worse was Luis Castillo, who was 11-22, and you were down a little bit over 12.5. So definitely not a pitcher I'm interested in going after. Adon, I believe, is making his second start of his career. Nope, he played for Washington last year a little bit. He's pitched all of 9 2/3 innings in the majors. Pittsburgh's offense has been halfway decent lately, and Nationals could hit too. I feel like this could be a good spot for this one to be a 6-5 type game and go over the total. We're in the bum fight. We're taking the over 9 between the Washington Nationals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Lex sent me his parlay for the day, and this is the Lex parlay. I think he does 11 leggers or bigger every single day. He hit one the other day. Me and him were sweating it out. That was kind of fun. So today he has a 12-legger. He has the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. He has the Minnesota Wild race to 2 goals. He has the Boston Bruins race to 3 goals. He's got Toronto alternative run line plus 3.5 minus 550. He has the Cardinals plus 2.5. He has the Nationals plus 2.5. He has the White Sox money line. He has the Vancouver Canucks race to 2 goals. He's got the Capitals first period puck line plus 1.5 goals. The Angels money line, the Hurricanes race to 3, and the over 5.5 in the Islanders Pittsburgh Penguins game. That is your Lex parlay, yes, and it's $20 to win 3.3K. Good luck, Lex. I actually really like that parlay, so if only I could have done some of those alternative run lines and parlay them, I would probably back that parlay with you. Cardinals plus money, I could see that. Too early for a 1-800-GAMBLER game? No, but I still bet it. Gross game? Yes, but I still bet it. 1-800? Yes, but yes. Lex is going all out. Nationals run line first 5. Sure, why not? I like fading JT Brubaker. Nationals have been a buzzsaw. They have not been good, but still. Over 9, yes. Nationals are nothing. I prefer nothing. The over, maybe. I could see that. Well, I have the over, so yes. Lean over it, yes. Yes, 6-18 last year. Yeah. It's not weird. It's wild. Did I say weird? I think I said wild. No, it was wild. Kansas City money line. We'll get to that game in a little bit, but I don't mind Kansas City. We'll head to one of my favorite games for today. Philadelphia Phillies, Miami Marlins. This one's a pick'em. Total of 7.5. Kyle Gibson and Sandy Alcantara going at it. I'll let you start with this one. What do you think for this game?
Yeah, I'll keep it simple here. Marlins were a team that me and Nick looked at to be backing this year. Them opening up as the favorite kind of says it all to me. Their first series they did okay. I mean, nothing I mean, let's see what they started at. 1-4, so maybe not. But Pablo Lopez looked good. At least they got a good start from him. So I don't know. I'll take Miami on the money line here, and just see how it goes.
Yeah, I think the 1-4 record kind of doesn't give them the full justice. In all but the first game versus the Angels, they covered the 1.5 run line. So they're staying in games. They're just getting bad. They got walked off against, I think, in the first game of the season. And then the last game that they played, they got walked off on. So they've been playing in some close games. You also think they're playing on West Coast, and they're playing against the Angels, which does not match up good for the Marlins, because Angels have offense, and Marlins want to face the teams that are a little bit less of offense and better pitching. It doesn't really work out for them facing off against the Phillies, but this is their home opener. And I think they're going to be able to get the job done. Sandy Alcantara is a pitcher that I like. I think he's going to have a good year this year. He got off to an all right start. First time out, he pitched against the San Francisco Giants. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. So he had a good start. I think you can have another good one. The Phillies are coming off of a emotional series versus the Mets, so I feel like this could be a letdown spot for them. So I like the Marlins. I think that the fact that the Marlins were a favorite to start it out says a lot, because a lot of people are going to go and see, the Phillies are plus money, let me go jump on them. Don't do it. This is a trap spot for them. Miami's the play today. Let's take the fish on the money line. Slowly dying here. I'm fine. Yes, Nick said give me the fish. Yeah, 100%. Over 7.5. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a low line, and I think it ends up going under, but I think if the Marlins wins, kind of has to go under. So that's fine. Fish, 24 liking, only 4, 24 watching, only 4 likes. Hey, it happens. I'm not worried about it. I can only hit the like button once. That's not true. You got to have alternate accounts, and you got to go and hit them with all those. Make sure those are subscribed to. You're not doing better. If you think you've already hit the like button enough, that's not true. You can always make another Google account. Do better. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, guys. No side over the total. That's fair. Hard pass. I like fish. Me too. You get yourself a nice tilapia, throw it on the grill. But you meant the Marlins. Never mind. Miami did open up as a favorite. It's a pick 'em now, so they're still favorited. But we'll go ahead over to probably what remains is the marquee matchup tonight. You get the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. The Yankees are minus 130. 8.5 is the total. You get Kevin Gausman taking on Luis Severino. We kind of have seen an interesting series so far where we got 2 unders and an over. We had the Blue Jays win. We had the Yankees win. We had the Blue Jays win. I feel like this one, just going off of trends, is going to be an over, and the Yankees are going to win this game. And I think that these two teams are going to split their series. It's going to be, at the end of the year, you're going to see Toronto and Yankee like 10-9 against each other. And who wins? I don't know yet. It's a coin flip. This is going to be a really good series back and forth the entire year. I think both these teams are overrated. But I feel like this is could be a good spot for Toronto to win this series. I'm not high on Luis Severino. I think Gausman could have a decent year. I think he had a bad start the opening one. Keep in mind, a lot of these Toronto Blue Jays pitchers are going to have inflated ERAs. They faced off against the Texas Rangers, which are not bad offensively. So their ERAs are going to be a little bit higher, and it's only been one game. I could see an over in this game at 8.5. I could see both of these pitchers struggling, but none of this was good enough for me to want to get to this game. I think for this one, it's a good watcher, but I would probably lean Yankees in this one, and that feels gross. So I'm passing on this game. Yeah, I know you're a Yankee fan.
No, I mean, yeah, but doesn't mean I'm always a Yankee bettor, you know?
Exactly. You got to know when to separate betting on your team compared to trying to make money.
Yep, definitely. And I think you said it absolutely correctly. I mean, I think it's going to be a split type of series. I think we're going to go back and forth. I don't think we're going to get any sweeps all year in this type of series. But do I feel like I need to bet this game tonight? Not really. The line that I just been always looking at is the Yankee team total over 4, minus 125 right now. But other than that, no official plays for me here. Even though love the Yanks, I always want to see them win, but in this type of series early in the year, I'm not going to bring my money in quite yet.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. Let's go back to the chat. Nothing. Nathan surname. Some game I'm not touching totals because that assumes both teams score. When you get teams like Brewers getting shut out by Orioles, then scoring the next game, I'm not touching the total. Correct. Shocker. Turnsies on the Blue Jays. Honestly, with most of these coin flip games, it's whoever's going to be plus money. I feel like that's kind of be the side that you got to kind of lean towards, but we'll see. Jays clobber them. Honestly, we've kind of seen the Jays be a lot better this series. Under 8.5. I kind of lean towards the over, but didn't bet it. Went back to the Yankees money line today. Shocker. Nick, you're getting very, very close to getting your Mets card taken away. Who's starting for Hernandez? The starting catcher is Zach Collins for the Toronto Blue Jays. I hear you. The best bet in this game is plus 1.5. That's fair. Hey, what's up, twin? It's me, Carlos. Lakers, Dodgers, Chargers, fade the Sabres, Mets, Nuggets all day. So you woke up and chose violence. That's fair. No, fading the Lakers made me a lot of money. Fading the Dodgers will make me a lot of money. Fading the Chargers will make me a lot of money. Sabres, fine, that one's fair. Mets, I feel like the Mets could be it could be in a similar boat as the Dodgers if you bet them every game. Even if they win 90 games, I don't think they're going to be profitable. And the Nuggets, I like my Nuggets. Is that an Islanders shirt? They should win, but I think 4-2, 4-3 final score. Yes, he's an Islanders fan. What are you drinking in that big ass mug? I got a mug of Bigelow green tea. Because my voice has been dead for the past week, and I've been trying to get and I talk a lot every single day, so I try to get my voice back up and running. What up, guys? What up? MLB player props yesterday went 5-6. There you go. Wow, you're losing. The Mets card joke is so funny. The 147th time. Stop betting the freaking Yankees. I got a maker's mark. Yeah, I don't drink that early in the morning. Texas Nerfy, Colorado Yerfy. That's fair. We'll head to that Texas game, though. We get the Angels, our minus 145 favorite. Total of 8.5 in Texas, taking on the Rangers. I'll let you start with this one. What are you thinking for these two teams?
Oh man! So what's when we see Ohtani on the mound? What's usually the first thought? I'm asking truly.
I normally look towards an over.
Okay. Yeah, MLB's been changing a lot with this kind of thing. I really don't know how to handle that. He's a good player. Guess he could do it all. But when it comes to making a living, making money doing this, there's just I just got to pass on this one.
That's fair. I think the later we get in the season, I'm gonna fade Shohei more and more and more. Just because he can't do everything. You got him playing 6 days a week, 7 days a week at some points, and he's pitching too. You're gonna beat the crap out of him. He's gonna be good for about another year and a half, maybe 2 years. But if you keep running him into the ground like this, the Angels are gonna ruin this guy's career. I know he won the MVP last year. The Angels are not going to make the playoffs if they're going to be starting him like this. If he's going to be a pitcher, give him the day off before he's pitching, or give him the day off after he pitches. You got to give him. You can't be starting him 155 games this year in the outfield or at DH. I don't care that he's just hitting. This is a really tricky spot. I like the over. I think Shohei lets up a couple of runs because the Rangers offense. The Rangers got a decent offense, and you better believe Dane Dunning's going to allow up some runs on this Texas side. I got it at 9 last night. It's dropped to an 8.5. I still think it goes over. I still think this is a 7-4, 7-5 type game. Both pitchers get hit a little bit. I like the over in this one between the Rangers and the Angels. Cards nerfy. I could see that. Ohtani is good, but the Rangers are divisional foes, and they've seen him before. Not surprised, and sit on that fastball. Correct. Where's the autographed jersey at going to the Hurricane and Sabres? Messed up your voice. No, my voice has been dead since before that, but I didn't get an autographed jersey at the Hurricanes game. Autographed jerseys in Greenville. And then going. I got you now. I read it as one thing. Yeah, going to the Sabres game. It didn't help my voice, but we'll see. Get on that Seager hit train. Why not? Texas Yurfy, Colorado Nerfy. Okay, so you switched that one up. That's fair. I'm feeling that over. Yes, me too. Typo. I got you. Let's keep rolling because we got 4 games left in the MLB. We get a pick'em game. We get the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Essentially a pick'em 105. Charlie Morton and Joe Musgrove. Total of 7.5. I kind of lean over. I think 7.5 is one of those totals that I'd look at and be like, I think that's low for any game. And granted, we will see some 7s and maybe even a 6.5 this year when you get some big pitchers going up against each other. But and granted, you take those over as well. I think this is an over game. I'm not high on Morton, and Musgrove has been very hit or miss all last year as well. With these offenses, I think they can get 4 runs each. I think that's definitely a possibility, if not even more on some of them. Braves coming off of a loss to Washington. Padres coming off of a 2-1 loss to the Giants. Not a lot of offense on these two teams in the last 2 games, or in their last games. I think this one's an over. I think a lot of people look at recent results, see that these are two. A lot of people could see as playoff caliber teams. I don't see them as playoff caliber teams. I think the Braves are overrated, and I think the Padres are overrated. I'm leaning over in this game, but ultimately I chose not to bet it.
Yeah, no, I see that. That's a fair assessment.
What's up?
No, I it's just I have one of those things where Atlanta, I like to go back to them if they didn't get it done for me the day before, kind of thing.
That's fair.
I forget what it was. I was watching the game yesterday. Something in the first couple innings with the Nationals, like they either scored the run or got taken back, or or their guy, the leadoff guy got thrown out on a steal early on. There was that happened. Just kind of like those, like when you're just going through stuff and like things happen, like not necessarily your fault, but you like that just you don't get the result you want, basically.
Yeah.
I think that happened to Atlanta yesterday. So I'm gonna go to a modest bet. I'm gonna go Atlanta team total over 1.5 in the first 5. That's all I'm asking for here. That's what I like in this game.
Yeah, I think you could get that. I think definitely that's reasonable to be able to ask for. So, hey, over 1.5 for you in this one. Hit the like button, people, y'all. Dang right. You like the Nets and the Suns in the NBA Finals. I do not. I think the Suns are going to be good. Apparently, Bolt doesn't agree. He's thinking dogs in this. But really, if I had to pick a finals, I'm going Raptors for the East, and I'm going Grizzlies for the West. I think the Raptors have the biggest advantage in basketball right now, for the fact that they have their vaccine mandate and a bunch of players might not be able to play. So I would looking at the thing, because like Maxey for the Sixers can't play in Toronto because he's not vaccinated, and so I feel like that's kind of one of the biggest advantages, to the point where if the Raptors and the Nets play in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Raptors should be favored entirely in that matchup, because 4 games will be in Toronto, and Irving can't play in Toronto. So I like I feel like, looking at that angle, I like the Raptors to make the finals, and then either I'd love to see the Nuggets. I have a 33-1 ticket from them to win the entire thing. I like to see the Nuggets and the Grizzlies make it through the first round, because those are my two. I have Grizzlies. I got them 35-1 to win the entire thing earlier on in the year, and they're down to like 14-1. So if I can get I would be totally okay with the Grizzlies winning the NBA Finals. So either Nuggets or Grizzlies to win, but I would love to see the Raptors in the finals with them. So those are kind of my thoughts for it, but there's still plenty of time left. Lots of playoffs to be played. Braves, Nerfy. I could see it. Public is on the over. That's fair. What does Nerfy mean? No run first inning. Suns, Bucks finals. I could see the Bucks going back. That Bucks team definitely does look good. I definitely think it's going to be a good playoffs. I think Bucks will end up playing the Nets in the semis, so that could definitely be an interesting series. But we'll see how that one goes. I'm feeling them dogs in the background letting me know. Yes. Salute, Gens. Good morning, Kevin. Or Kev. 3 more MLB games, and then you got a sizable NHL slate. The Tigers and the Royals going at it. Casey Mize and Zach Greinke. Royals minus 120, 8.5. I'll let you start with this one. What are you thinking?
I am thinking over. The Detroit defense hasn't been great. They let up 7 to Boston in the first 5 yesterday. So I think I'll just go over 4.5 on the first 5. What do you think?
I think if you're going to take an over, take a full game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely the better result, because if I'm getting an over, I 100% want bullpen involved in my over. So, and even Nick will agree with that one. He doesn't bet that many full game stuff. He goes, nope, overs have to be full games. Casey Mize not off to a good start. Zach Greinke is definitely hittable. These lineups, and everybody, I'm high on Kansas City. I think they're going to be one of the better teams in that Central Division this year. As crazy as that sounds, they're not off to a good start, 2-3, but I think they could be a solid piece. I think Whit Merrifield's going to be good. Bobby Witt's going to be a really good rookie. Obviously, he was the number 1 prospect. Benintendi still got a bat. I like Salvi as one of my MVP picks. So I definitely am a little bit higher on this Kansas City team than most. I know a lot of people are high on Detroit. I would lean Kansas City in this matchup. I also lean over, but I ultimately didn't get to betting any of it. So nothing from me in this game. Voice delay on Facebook. It might happen. I'm not really on Facebook, so I don't know. Nerfy means scam if you're seeing it on Twitter. Facts. What happened to Terry? We replaced him. We fired him. He bet the Wild too often. No. He went back to work. So we kind of he was no longer available for the ESP show. So we've been getting a cast of characters to come help us out, especially when Nick's in class and everything. So I think KC wins. I agree. I think KC wins this game. All right, we got 2 more games left. We get the Chicago Cubs and the Colorado Rockies. The first place Colorado Rockies. Rockies minus 120, total of 11. This one actually dropped a little bit. It was an 11.5 last night. And immediately when I see a Coors game, I'm going to think different than everybody else. I kind of lean towards the under. Did I bet it? No, and I'm not going to bet it now because it's at an 11, not an 11.5. But these totals are high for Colorado games. And I can't wait until midsummer when these totals are 13, 13.5, and 14. I even saw a 15 last year. You better believe I'm betting those under every single day. Because even if they don't hit every single day, they're going to hit more than they're going to miss. Because teams are not going to be scoring 15 runs a game. That just doesn't happen in the MLB. So, especially, and a lot of people see Coors and just over. Nope. Coors has been one of the biggest under ballparks the past 5 years. So, I would lean under in this game. Ultimately, just did not get to this one. What's your thoughts?
If I see the Cubs at plus money, I'm a little intrigued. I don't know if Colorado is as good as they have been playing the start of the season here. 4-1 start. They've been scoring though. Can't argue that. Yeah. But Chicago has too. In this type of spot, I may just take the Cubs on the money line and then, have that on the card.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? I can't talk you off it. That'd probably be a good contrarian look because guaranteed a lot of people will be on Colorado today, especially Colorado at home. So I won't talk you off of a Cubs play. I think that definitely could be an interesting side bet. On a side note, Terry, Wild getting clapped tonight. Terry's not here, so he can't defend himself. He'll be in the comment section, or he'll come into our group chat. Go, wow, this, that, and the other during the show, but has to be an under Cubs. Yes, has to be. Rockies pitching staff does a great job managing their pitchers and catchers to adapt to course. Facts. Under 11.5 yesterday. Yes, it did. You got under 11.5 yesterday. Yes, I agree. NBA, both unders hit, even if you got the under in that first game by the hook. I believe it was a 235.5, and it finished 132 to 103. So you got exactly 235. So there you go. Mariners plus 2.5 run line. Around 7 innings. 9th inning, boom, they hit plus 200. There you go. You like the Dallas Stars, Penguins, and the Bruins. There you go. We'll go to the final game of the day, which is the Reds and the Dodgers. Occupancy will be the only one that breaks down this game because this one's me and Nick's best bet over on the EarleSportsBets.com website. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check out the EarleSportsBets.com website, and you guys will be able to see what we got for that one. We haven't been doing all that well, but you guys can go ahead and check that out over there. Occupancy, last game of the night, For the baseball, Reds and Dodgers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get involved in this game. The Reds have not been great on the defensive side of things.
No.
Yeah. So I'm just checking out the what the LA Dodgers team total prices are right now. Yeah, they want over 5 at -125. Could I get there? Potentially. But the way the baseball schedule is, we get all the games, and then this is this is the only night game, the only like late game on the slate. So I'm gonna come back to this later in the day, see how the early games go. But I definitely, I really wouldn't endorse a red spot here for the Dodgers at home. So yeah, if you want to get involved in the run line, team total, or use the Dodgers money line in a parlay, I think that could be a good look here.
There you go. There you go. That is all of the MLB games for today. You like Bueller strikeout prop? Okay. And I'm on the run line. Nick knows about the Dodgers this year. Money making Dodgers. That's fair. We'll go ahead and head over to the NHL, and I will say I have nothing. This is where occupancy comes in handy for me, because this is your strongest sport, right?
Yep.
So we'll let you go ahead and break down each game. You get the St. Louis Blues taking on next year's Stanley Cup champions, the Sabres. 6.5 is your total. Blues are a -195 favorite. Get it started.
Yeah, me and Tim were talking before the show here, and the NHL is some place where you need to find reliable bets that cash in throughout the season because there's so much variance and teams show up. It's one of those sports. I think they have the lowest, like it's the lowest disparity between the top and the bottom, basically on the money line. Kevin Weeks said that in a Ducks broadcast I heard. Anyway, Buffalo team total over 2.5 has been one of those reliable bets for people this season. Right now, it's a little juice, it's -125. I cashed it +100 last game versus the Leafs there. And then, I always check for projected goalies, starting goalies. And right now, I don't have any confirmation on the St. Louis side, but just check another site here real quick. Yeah, nothing confirmed yet, but let's just say if we see Binnington for St. Louis, I will bet that Buffalo team total. I wouldn't talk anyone off the Blues money line in a parlay or something. I think ultimately the Blues are the better team here, but at home, that bet that's kind of been nice for us this year. I think I'll just go back to it for this game.
I got you. Fading my Sabres. I see how it is. No, I'm kidding. I know you want Bennington and
I want 3 goals for Buffalo. Hey, give me 3 and I'll be happy.
There you go. Sabres ain't getting so lucky today. Blues all day. That's fair. We'll keep on rolling. The Red Wings are going to be they're going to be at my back door. They're going to be playing in Raleigh, playing against the Hurricanes. Hurricanes -350. 6.5 is your total. Should be a blowout. What are you thinking?
I'm not going to get involved just because of the prices. Don't want to pay -140 for a puck line. And with this being the last 10 games of the season, just there are better games on the slate for pricing wise. But hey, if you want to bet this game, I don't even know which way you're looking, but you can't even really get Carolina and Reg on the single. You'd probably have to go, and and you could go actually -0.5 in the first for Carolina, and that worked for the Avs last night. It wasn't even a sweat. They scored like 2 in the first 4 minutes, and if you think Carolina is that kind of team, and they're going to do that against Detroit here at home, that's probably the way I'd look. But I'm not going to bet this game.
That's fair. Well, a lot of these games with big spreads, you really can't come close to. So,
Hmm.
unless you're laying puck lines, and when it comes to laying puck lines at minus what 150, is that Hurricanes at?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Canes minus 140, but I couldn't
It's a lot
ever.
of juice to win by 2 goals.
Is.
Yeah,
It is. It is. And I don't like paying minus 140s on money lines. So, Capitals, Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are minus 130, 165. Total is 6.5. Any thoughts on this one?
I like this game for a couple of reasons. Capitals, if you followed them throughout the year, they kind of looked off earlier in the season. I think when the Russia stuff started happening and some criticism started flying around, they were back and up and down, but they have turned it on. If you look at the Capitals in their last 5 games, um, they have five W's. Sorry, four out of 5 there. But they've been winning by margin here. So now you're gonna fly out to Toronto and play a team that they usually do bounce back when they lose against the Sabres, because they don't they can't beat the Sabres, the Leafs there. But I'm not necessarily willing to trust the Capitals that much on the money line. The money line in hockey, like, you got to be damn sure. It's not a place to, like, I don't think, get super lucky. Money line hockey is really hard. Um, but the team total, I think, is a little friendlier. So Washington Capitals team total over 2.5. It's at minus 160. So part of, like, being a capper in hockey, I think you really get an edge when you live bet some plays, because that price we can get to a little bit better when the game starts, if they don't score, obviously. But we get the first TV timeout, and the Washington team total over 2.5 is like minus 135, minus 140. I'm going to bet it. Confirmed starters. Not sure who we have for Toronto. It's looking like Jack Campbell. And he's bounced back, but I don't think he's going to pitch a shutout. Um, okay, Campbell is confirmed here. So yeah, I mean, still though, I think this could be a high scoring game. There's like kind of the wagon around Toronto overs. Um, and yeah, I would lean Caps. But I'm not going to bet the Caps side, and I'll just look at that team total here. But this be a good hockey game. Out of all the games today, especially in the early slate, I think this is one of the only ones with 2 playoff teams. So this will be a game to tune into.
Yeah. And how close are the Capitals away from clinching that spot?
Let's
Because
see right here.
it doesn't even look like the Lightning. It doesn't even like the Lightning have probably clinched a playoff spot. Because they're what 4 points up on
They're 4 points.
Washington.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Washington's pretty close to clinching a spot. They've got to be at this point.
Yeah, they're a couple games away, and they may leap Pittsburgh too. And I don't know. I mean, the way the Capitals are playing and the way Boston's been playing, that game's next. I could totally see Boston and Pittsburgh falling down 2 notches here, and depending on what happens with Tampa too, because everyone knows how they play at the end of the regular season. So
yeah, they don't care, and then they end up winning the Stanley Cup. So
that's how they roll.
There you go. Keep on rolling. Speaking of the Penguins, they're hosting the Islanders today. Penguins are minus 155 at home. 5.5 is your total. Thoughts on this rivalry game?
Yeah. I cashed Islanders money line ticket on Tuesday, but I am kind of the better that does not go back the next game necessarily on these back-to-back matchups, and I am kind of the better who will step away for a game on that. So I'm not going to back the Islanders here, even at plus money. I paid a little. I'm paid minus 105, 110 for that Islanders ticket on Tuesday. But even with that, I mean, the Pittsburgh hockey fans out here know they are not doing well. Something is going terribly wrong, and it's not a good time of the year for that to happen. And if you were looking, to pick your playoff teams, I don't know how Pittsburgh's going to do. But they're also the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Sidney Crosby equals good at hockey. So you never know with that. But for tonight's game, look, I think you got to go with Pittsburgh here. I think you got to probably go with Pittsburgh and reg at minus 110. I'm not going to bet it personally, unless, we kind of talk and the whole squad's on it or something. Then maybe I can get convinced. But as a personal official type bet, I'm not going to put a Pittsburgh anything on my card right now.
Yeah, that works. It's kind of a well, Islanders are kind of on their absolute last legs. I think they need to go undefeated and need an epic collapse from the Washington Capitals.
There's a chance. I mean, listen, there's still a chance, but
let's not be optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how the season
Let's
started.
go. Islanders, just look forward to next season when you guys don't get screwed over with 13 road games to start off and then having to play with an AHL team for a week and a half. So they actually got to play a fair season there in the playoffs, but no, it happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. But we'll keep on rolling because we do have a bunch of games left, and I have Higgs' show in about half an hour, so we're gonna try
we're
gonna try to run through these games. The Ducks are in Tampa Bay taking on the Lightning. Lightning 350 favorites, total of 6. Keep it going.
Yeah, real quick here. I capped this game earlier. I'm not going to trust the Ducks to win the game at all, but I'm, again, not going to trust the Lightning. I would look at the Ducks team total over live. Right now, they set it at 1.5 at minus 150. If you really don't mind juice, I would just take that as a straight bet before the game. But yeah, keep your eye on the clock around 7:15 Eastern time, 4:15 on the West Coast Cali time. And then look at that number to get a little lower. And I think the Ducks could put into, even if it's Vasilevsky, they're not committed to playing tight. So I like the Ducks team total over 1.5 there.
There you go. Trying to get up a little bit of Ducky action to get some goals against the Lightning. That works. The Senators are in Boston taking on the Bruins. The Bruins are minus 270. 5.5 is your total in this one.
Yeah, Boston too has really disappointed me the last week, but they're going to bounce back tonight. This is a Bruins puck line spot. I haven't bet it yet because I really am waiting for Forsberg to be confirmed or not. They've been cycling a couple goalies. They got the Nordic guy, Sogard too, and he sometimes pops his head in. And he's fine, but he's definitely not gonna keep the puck out of the net. Anyway, but just checking. Sorry, the starters here. We got Allmark confirmed and Forsberg projected, but definitely a Boston puck line spot.
Hey, later on in the season, you're gonna have to take some puck lines, so I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
We'll move on to this game, which I know Nick has something in, and he kind of alluded to that stat earlier. The Oilers are in Nashville taking on the Predators. Predators minus 120, total of 6. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like this game. I have plenty of Oilers money lines on my cards this year and last year. It's just you got to know when to step off with them, right? I mean, look, I was on the Oilers for a loss in Colorado. That didn't cash. They lost in overtime. But I was on the Wild in the last game because I didn't like the back-to-back spot. That wasn't a back-to-back. Anyway, my bad. They're coming off 2 losses, and Nashville is not playing great at all. When you're whatever result you're getting, and you can only beat the Sharks by 1 in overtime. I think the expected goal battle too was not looking great. but it's weird because I love the Predators. Like as a fan, I think they're a cool team. I like the players. Like I like that team. But in this spot, I'll take the Oilers on the money line. I think they're going to come in. If it's Koskinen, I'll feel a little better than if it's Smith. But definitely, personally, just like the Oilers money line tonight.
That's fair. That's fair. We're gonna get a fight in our group chat for this game later. The Wild, Terry's Wild, and Nathan's Stars going after each other. Minus 115 for the Wild. 6 is the total. Are you getting in between those two guys?
I am.
Oh.
I really am. I've been with Terry for the last like month or so blind. I've been betting the Wild, win or lose. I've been betting the Wild. I really have. Tonight I'm not though.
Hey, there you go.
Dallas at home.
You got me for a minute.
Yeah, Dallas at home is a different team, and the Wild on the road are a different team. And I think good things have been happening to the Wild. And I don't think they care as much about this game as the Stars right now. And the Stars played a really tight game against Tampa, 1-0 and 1. So I'll go ahead and back the Stars here. I think we're still getting plus 100, depending on your book for the Stars money line. Yeah, I think that's a good play.
There you go. You taking Dallas to beat the Mild. What's up, guys? What's up, Breaking Vegas? Welcome. We'll keep on rolling. We get the San Jose Sharks take on the Chicago Blackhawks. This one's about a pick 'em total of 5.5. I'm getting a look from my girlfriend because she thought it was funny. Total 5.5. What are you looking in this game?
No, thank you. Nothing here. Two teams out of it. Not going to get involved. Not going to cap it. Yeah, good luck to whoever in this game.
I think I understand what you're saying. I think what you're trying to say is
Stop it. Get some help.
Yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3 hockey games left. Golden Knights and the Flames are up next. Flames a 150 home favorite. 6 is your total. What are we thinking?
Vegas money line. The way the Flames play, they're obviously the better team. I don't think it's a doubt here. The Flames are a better team overall. But look at what happened in Seattle, or when they just played Seattle. I mean, they were down, and then they were able to come up with some third period heroics. And we cashed a 3-1 Flames ticket, for them. And I love that. That's great. But Vegas is coming off that really tight game with Vancouver. They were down and came back and got the 1 point in overtime. So I just think Vegas comes out at like a do or die, because this is a do or die for them right now. They are currently not in the playoffs. And I think that's a big deal right now. So, they need these points more than the Flames need the points. Let's take and you rarely get plus money for Vegas on the money line. So I think, I'm going to be going with Vegas.
Especially a Vegas team that's currently fighting to try to get into the playoffs. They're currently 3 points behind the Kings for that 8 spot. So you better believe this is a motivated team, and they're definitely trying to keep moving up and try to get in there. So I don't mind that at all. I know I'm late, but what do you guys think of the Padres? I am not a fan of the Padres. I believe I liked the over in that game, but I think both teams was overrated. And he's liking the Flames at home. That's fair. They're a good home team, so can't talk you off of that one. But you're going with Vegas, so I'm thinking that we might see some goals in this game. You get the Devils and the Avalanche. 260 favorite are the Avs. 6.5 is your total. Everybody's gonna love the over. Cue up the 2-1 win.
Who wins 2-1?
It's gotta be the Avalanche.
Yeah. I think, hockey's weird. Like, there's some social spots. Not social. It's like their hockey bro thing goes on a lot. And I think when the Kings came into the Bell Center last night. There was a lot of that. Kind of just got the vibe, and Avalanche was just like put it to them kind of thing. And then now you just kind of have the Devils coming in, as they are. I don't know if Jack Hughes is back. He's been out, which definitely hurts a little bit, hurts a lot of it. But I'm actually gonna play this the same way I play Buffalo. I'm gonna look at Devils team total over 2.5. It's -115 right now. I feel like I could get an even money bet a couple games in, a couple minutes in there. So let's just not pay any juice for the Avalanche in a game they don't really need, and it's a non-conference game, so that whatever I was talking about before with the Kings, I think last night, you're not going to really get as much with the Devils. So I'll just hope for 3 goals from the Devils in this one at a plus price live. So I'm writing that down. Get to that, and yeah, I'll tweet out anything that I talk about but don't bet, and I'll get an official card out on my Twitter. So yeah.
There you go. Breaking Vegas is saying Avs on the puck line.
Usually, usually, yeah, you definitely, that'd be a winning proposition most games. Just on a back-to-back, and yeah, if we're getting some coin stealers, the Devils could be one after not playing so well in the last couple games.
There you go. Final game of the night. We get the Yotes and the Canucks. Canucks are -265, total of 6. Final game. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I capped this game earlier. I'm gonna just ride on the Vancouver puck line. It's those words together. It's kind of weird, honestly, like Vancouver puck line this year. But this is the way the bookmakers had it for us. You pay more juice for the team total over 3.5, and you can't really get in on the reg line. And this is a game where, look, Vancouver's been playing great hockey. They've just won some big games in a row. Game versus Vegas, San Jose, Arizona, and then Vegas. Yeah, so they won 4 out of 5, and they're looking good. Arizona just lost 6-2 to the Devils. So even in those games, Arizona doesn't have the same wagon that they were a little earlier in the season. So just do Vancouver -1.5, -120. That's the way I'm looking here.
There you go. A little bit of a puck line action to end the night. Markel, I think he's joking. He's saying Yotes money line. I think he's joking. I did put your Twitter in the chat, so if anybody wants to go and follow you, he'll post out his card later on when he gets a little bit more goalie confirmations and stuff like that.
Appreciate
so make
that.
sure you guys go check out Occupancy on Twitter. He puts out a lot of good stuff there. That is everything for today. Real big thing, guys. Today's the last day that I'll mention this because today's the last day, and the voting will be in a little bit. Hashtag Best Bar Sup Dogs. Today's the last day for it. They're in the championship versus a bar from the University of Miami of Ohio. I think the voting ends at like 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today. So, guys, go. Hashtag Best Bar Sup Dogs. Get another championship to North Carolina, to East Carolina. So it's the only thing they could win. So let's see it. But we'll go ahead and do some housekeeping and then some recapping and then heading on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Let's see if we can hit 2,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 1810, 1811, something in that range. Let's see if we can hit 2K by June 1st. Give you guys about a month and a half to get 190 subscribers. I think we could do that. Keep pushing it every day. Keep making new accounts or whatever you guys do. Appreciate all that. Check out all the links in the description below between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website is all linked down in the description below as well. And make sure you guys check out the Max Wager Network team. 12 o'clock, so in about 20 minutes, you'll see me again on Higgs' show. Midday Money. He's got some family stuff he's got to get done today, so it's just me running that show. Allie Burns with Morning Wood at 1. It's her show. She talks about basketball normally. She doesn't actually have morning wood. Doesn't work that way. 2 o'clock, just parlays. 3 o'clock, the Scott and Scott back to the window. And 5 o'clock, main event with me, Nick, and Detroit Lenny for some game time decision. Normally, we break down the NBA and NHL injury reports. No MLB, no NBA, so we'll be talking with some MLB today as well. So make sure you guys check us out at 5 o'clock. Now, all those shows are over on the Max Wager Network. All right, we'll go ahead and jump into our recapping for today. For me, I like Oakland and Tampa Bay over 8. I did see that that line did drop to a 7.5. It happens. I like the Washington-Pittsburgh game over, and I like the Angels-Texas game over, and I like the Miami Marlins on the money line. Nick's got a laundry list of games that I'm not going to go and read everything off for, so if you guys just follow him on the scroller, that's fine. And then occupancy, what are your favorite plays for today?
Yeah, for baseball, I'll just give you 4 here that I like. I like the Rays on the run line. I like that St. Louis team total over 3. I like Miami on the money line, and I like that Atlanta team total over 1.5 in the first 5.
There you go. And then hockey, 1 or 2 for hockey. If you bet anything yet?
Yeah, the Washington team total will be my first live bet, over 2.5. And pregame, I'm gonna ride with Oilers and Dallas. Money line.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I appreciate you hopping on and talking some hockey for me today. I appreciate it. Everybody go check out Occupancy on Twitter. Link to that's in the chat. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in whatever sport you guys are betting, MLB, NHL, NBA. If you guys are betting Russian table tennis, whatever you guys are betting, good luck. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, me and Nick, for the Earle Sports Bet Show at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys next time.